Hello, friends. Welcome to Friday Live. Happy Friday. Hello, hello. Yes, good question, Michelle. I don't know. I'm not clicked over yet on my iPad. I'm not sure. Oh, here we are. Yes, has anybody ordered One Little Word products, you guys? Today is One Little Word release day, and how exciting is that? Can I just say that the folio, I am beyond in love with that rainbow folio. Like, that is coming home to me. I'm so excited for it. But yes, so today the One Little Word products went live. They actually went live an hour ago, so you can find them on Allie's site. There are some disclaimers there about some shipping issues, where some products might not be shipped out until middle to end of January, I think is what I read. You know, all the shipping stuff in the world. It's kind of crazy. It's so crazy. It's just so crazy. But it's beautiful. And if you were not aware, I am going to be returning as an instructor this year again. Really excited for that. Definitely going to do something different with my prompt this year. I'm not sure yet. I gotta like sit down one of these days and just kind of figure out what the heck I want my lesson to be about. What do I want to, what do I want to make my prompt? Something I'm thinking this year, something that just feels good is what I want, is something that feels good. So that's what that's what I have to brainstorm. I have to think about it. Probably after, probably soon. I probably have to tell Allie soon what I want to do. So that's very exciting. So I'm going to be back as an instructor. I have not chosen my word yet. I have so many ideas and I'm just trying to find the one that feels right for next year. This year was kind of crappy. Actually, it was really crappy. And my word and I ended up like we're having a breakup. like we've gone through a breakup. Not really. We have a love-hate relationship, my word and I. So I want something this year that feels a lot lighter, I think. And even if it's not lighter, just something that feels positive. I think I just need some positive vibes, So that's what I'm looking for. I'm not totally sure what that's going to be yet, but I'm excited for a fresh start. I'm ready to let this year go and move on to something bright. So that is that. What else? So next week, I want to get all the housekeeping stuff out of the way here at the beginning. Next week, we're going to be here live 3 out of the 5 days. So I will be working on stories number, what am I on today? 17? So we're doing 18 and 19 on Monday, and then 20 and 21 on Tuesday, and then 22 on Wednesday. And then there will not be a live again until Monday the 27th. Because we always host a pretty big event on the 23rd. We're doing it virtually. We're doing it virtually this year, having some, like our siblings come over, but cousins and friends will join in virtually, but it's still it's like a big ordeal to put it all together. So I'm going to take the 23rd off so we can just focus on our event. And then it's Christmas Eve, and then it's Christmas Day, and then it's the weekend, and then we'll be back. So the week after Christmas, we're going to finish up this album. I want this to be done by January 1st. So that is my plan. And then also on the 27th of December, so Monday after Christmas, I will have all of the details for the 2022 year ahead, what you can expect for next year, for the entire year. I have some people coming to help me and add some additional content. I have like so many awesome ideas, and I'm so excited to share all of that with you. I've been working really hard behind the scenes trying to get everything set and ready to go. So starting on the 27th, you'll have the full, here's what next year is going to look like. And I'm excited for that. So you'll see that then, and then that will give you a really good indication of, is this still something that you want to be a part of, or, maybe it's not for you, and that's okay, right? No hard feelings at all. But it will let you know the full year ahead. I don't want to do a bunch of changing in the middle of the year next year. So I'm picking a structure and we're sticking with it until the end of the year. One caveat to that is and I'll put this in the post too, is that it's very likely I will add stuff occasionally in, but I have it set up where what you get is what you get no matter what. So nothing will be taken away. It'll just, you potentially will get extra, if that makes sense. So anyway, but that will all be in the post that you'll see the Monday after Christmas. So that will be that. Anything else? Tomorrow is the Zoom event. I didn't realize that I forgot to put the event on Facebook and on Patreon. So I did that this morning. I originally had scheduled the event from 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. But we're going to be doing a wrapping party where we just wrap presents while we chat and hang out. So because I need to wrap my presents. So we're going to start earlier. So if you want to join earlier, you can. It's kind of one of those things where you just come in when you want to and head out when you have stuff to do, or, it's super casual. So I'm going to go my time from 11 a.m. Eastern time to 2 o'clock. So it's like a 3-hour long thing, because I think it'll probably take me that whole time to wrap presents. In fact, I might not even be able to finish. We'll see. But I'm also going to throw in some competitions on wrapping stuff and whatnot, and have some prizes. So just really small prizes, but still that makes it fun. So I want our Zoom events to be a fun thing for you to attend. So that is that. I think that's it. So I'm going to flip you guys around. We'll take a look at my desk here. And today we're working on story number 17, which is about Hallmark movies, which, funny story, all of the movies I'm documenting are technically not Hallmark movies, but they're Hallmark-esque. So I'm counting it. Anyway, let's get you turned around. Let's get to work on today's layout. Here we go. Okay. All right, so we are settled in. Okay. Tammy, the 27th, so December 27th is when I will post. Let me see if you guys had any other questions before we move on to this layout. Also, while you guys are here today, I could use your help. So I would like to come up with a name. So one of the things, and you guys know, is coming in 2022 is a book club. We're going to be doing a monthly book club. The details of that will also come out on the 27th. So you'll get like everything, including our entire year book list. So that way you know exactly what books we're reading on what months. So I need to create a name for our book club. So if you guys have any suggestions on what I should name this book club, then let me know. Let's brainstorm it together. Michelle, you ordered every single thing. That's so funny. I still have the white one too. I just love that rainbow one. It's just so pretty. Also, I could potentially put my one little word journal into my white folio and then use the stripe folio for something different. Does it say one little word on it? I don't remember. I need to look at that. Oh, thank you, Michelle. I'm glad you loved my lesson. It was just kind of it was a great prompt, but it was also really heavy, like such a heavy prompt. Okay. Your word will be plan, Kelly. I like that word. Acceptance or move. I like those too. But you're interested in the product. Lynn, that's so funny. Yeah, go look at that. Go look at that rainbow. That rainbow folio. That's the thing. That's the winner for me. Okay, so I think we got it all. Wait, Lynn, when's your birthday? I just saw that. Is today your birthday? And Etienne, yours is on Sunday? Happy birthday! I would sing, but yeah. Maybe I'll still sing to you. But happy birthday. Last day for kids was yesterday. Woohoo! Today's the last day for kids for us. Izzy's having like a movie night. Wow, we're chatty. Okay, I gotta get going on this project, right? What time? Oh, Mag, okay. Hallmark sequel movies, right? Okay, I think I'm caught up now. Have you read the Southern Book Club Guide to Slaying Vampires? What? No, that's awesome though. It does not say one little word, only on the black journal. Perfect, Terry. That's perfect. So I have an idea. I have an idea for a project that I want to do next year. And that folio, I think, is going to be what I do it in, now that I think about it. And I'll just add my other journal into my current folio. Okay. White on insects, no one little word. Perfect. Yes. All right. Cool. Oh, what? You have school next week? Like, do they have a full week of school? Are they insane? Wait, did schools always have 2 weeks off, or did they normally have 1 week off? I don't remember. I don't remember anymore. I know college, you had a bunch of days off. Okay, so let's get started on today's layout. So here's what I got. This is the lesson that I took from Pasha. You guys, I can't say her name, and that's embarrassing. If you guys know how to say her name and you know how to, and you type it phonetically, let me know. But anyways, I'm taking her lesson, which is this spinner element, right? Where the spinner goes behind this large tag. First, what I did when I was putting together this main part, so in the foundation, we cut the angle here, we made the circle here, and that was about it. And we attached it. So when I plugged this into my computer, I actually have this digitally. And what I did is I measured this amount right here, or like from the top to this point, and made like a guideline on the tag. And then I did the same thing from here to this point, and I made a guideline. And then I did from here to the middle point, and I did a guideline. So then I could draw some lines that went from point to point and point to point. So I knew exactly where this was going to be. And the nice thing for that is I was able to make my text fill in that space. I also knew I was going to put this at the bottom, so I measured, where that roughly would be, so I knew to avoid that spot. And then I also figured out my title, so I knew to avoid that spot. So a lot of that was done digitally, and then I just ran this through my printer and printed it directly on here. The back side is going to be this photo, just a full page photo of all of the Hallmark paraphernalia that I own or like Christmas movie stuff. So I have like a shirt and I have socks and I have a mug because you got to go big, right? Go big or go home. So we've got the photo here, and then I printed 8 photos of the movies that we've been watching. So far we've watched all 4 of those, both of these, and these ones I haven't watched yet, but they're on my to watch list for this year. This one is actually, I believe, in Dutch, and it's called the Claus Family, I believe was the name of it. So that's one that I'll have to watch maybe on my own because my kids can't read. Well, Izzy's learning to read, but she can't read fast enough to read subtitles. So that's one I'll just have to watch on my own. And this one, I think either just came out yesterday or else it's coming out next week. So I figure I'll watch that one too. The rest of them I've seen. Although this one I've only seen about half of it so far. This is the one that is single all the way, and it's okay. I started watching it really late at night when Jonah was up and wasn't feeling good. And so we went to go sleep down on the couch so he could sleep sitting up on me. And I'm like, oh, I'll throw that movie on. And I don't know. It's all right. I feel like the acting isn't the greatest, but maybe that's just me being a Grinch. I don't know. So we're going to go ahead and get this assembled here. So, okay, where do I want to start? So I think where I want to start then is here. Okay, so here's what we're going to do because I didn't think about how to template that. So we're going to get a piece of plain white paper. I'm going to trace this on here. Just use a pencil. So I'm going to trace the circle. And I think I will make a mark at where the lines go, just so I can make sure I get that all right. Okay, so there's all of that. I need my ruler. Okay, so I can draw these lines back on here, and then basically what I'm going to do is cut out a wedge so I can use that as a template. Got there, and there. Okay. All right, so then yeah, I just need a wedge of this. Okay. Oh wait, I see congrats. Congrats. I want to know, what was congratulatory? 2.5 weeks. Oh, for school, 1 week off. Man, 3 weeks off. Huh. Wait, where's it? Congrats. I want to know, what's congrats? I don't know. I missed it. I totally missed it. I don't know where it is. All right, so here is my template. So what I want to do with this now, I should say when I printed my photos, how did I know what size to print them? What I did is I measured from this point to this point, and that gave me the, I don't even know what this was, like 3 and something, like 3 1/4, I guess. And that's going to be the width. And then I measured from the middle point to the widest part of the curve. And so that way I could be sure that this would go all the way to the top of the curve and from point to point. So that's how I knew what size to print my photos at. I believe they are, I printed them, and I might have printed them a tiny bit bigger just in case. So I've got 3.5 by 2.5 is what they ended up being. Get my small trimmer out. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Your dog was prancing out there. Oh, that is hilarious. Poor Fred. Yep. Oh, that reminds me. You guys, do not let me forget when I get off of this. So I have to go get Izzy soon after. Like, I pick her up at 3:30 my time. So usually I've got like an hour after the live before I have to like get out the door. I forgot to move. Mary forgot to move last night. So, but the kids forgot about her and they hadn't found her yet. So I have a chance to save myself. I just need to remember to do that before I get Izzy. Otherwise, I'll have some explaining to do. I'll have to say like, oh, I touched her or something. but I usually don't forget. But this morning I went downstairs and there she was in the same spot. I threw a piece of paper over her so they wouldn't think. You know, the things we do to make magic, right? But it really does. Like they really, really, really love finding her every day. Like it is one of the highlights of their day. So it's definitely something I wouldn't like. To me, it's not really so much of a chore as much as it's just like, if I forget, then I just feel, you know, like it's panicky. But otherwise, I actually really do enjoy doing that for them. Okay. It has been so sunny here today. Oh, I have a funny story to tell you. Okay, I'll tell you this in just a second. First of all, let me finish my first thought. First thought is that it has been so sunny here today, like blaring sun. I can barely even, right now it's fine because the sun's finally past my window. But earlier I was trying to get some stuff done and I just was sweating because it was just so hot from the sun. It's not that hot outside. It's like 40, I think, which actually is pretty warm, but 40 degrees Fahrenheit, which yeah, is cold, but here in December, that's pretty warm. But yeah, it's just been like so hot. But the funny story is that yesterday it was like 60 here in Michigan, 60 degrees Fahrenheit, which is, I think, a record high. It is the most bizarre thing to be halfway through December and we have weather like it's May. Like it feels like May weather. It doesn't necessarily feel like fall weather because, I don't know, fall has a smell to it. You know, like it's just got a smell. And in May, it's more like, I don't know, it's just more like goopy. I don't like leaves aren't fresh leaves and they're just kind of, you know, the grass is like dead and whatever. So it's more like that right now, but it's the middle of December. It's wild. So yesterday my sister-in-law came over, Caitlin. So she was here with hanging out with me and the kids and we were doing some stuff. And we were in our basement playing toys with the kids. And Jonah disappears and goes upstairs, which really is like, whatever. It's not a big deal. Like he probably went up to go grab a snack and bring that back down. He's fairly independent. But he's also a troublemaker. So, you know, it's like pick your battle sort of a thing. Anyway, so he runs upstairs. I'm like, no big deal. He just went to go get food or whatever. And he comes back down and he's naked below the waist. Like he's got nothing on. Except he's got like, he had like some chunks of poop in between his butt cheeks. So he had gone number 2 and we're still working on potty training. The update on potty training is that he pees in the toilet, like consistently, has not had an accident, doesn't go while he's sleeping at night, wakes up in the morning, goes into it. Like he is pee potty trained for sure, but not at all number 2. Like, not at all. Every day he goes in his pants. Sometimes multiple times a day he goes in his pants. And it's very frustrating because we have to clean that. You know, you can't just throw underwear away. Anyway, so he went and then he went upstairs to go take care of it. So he just like took his pants off and his luckily it was a diaper at the time because I hadn't changed him out of his diaper into his underwear yet. And so I didn't have to like clean it. But I went upstairs and I'm like, oh my God, where is it? Like, what did you do? Where did you put your pants? Please tell me you didn't like sit on something. You know, like, oh my God. So then Caitlin and I are just dying laughing because it's silly. So then he goes upstairs and he changes into, or, you know, I had him change into his underwear again. and he put a t-shirt on, and then he was like running around, like he kept running outside the front door in his underwear and just like running around like the porch and the our sidewalk and all that stuff. And I just thought it was the funniest thing because it's the middle of winter and my kid's outside in his underwear like it's the spring, you know, or something. It's hysterical. I did take pictures. I did take pictures of him being on the porch in his underwear. And then later, same day, he went to the bathroom by himself, like went to the bathroom. I was very proud of him. And I came upstairs, I don't know, I might have been upstairs. I went downstairs to the kitchen and like, you know how pants have a band on them? So he had pulled his pants up, but the band had folded under. So the pants only went like his whole front was covered, but they only went halfway up on his butt. So I have another picture of him. I don't know. It's just so funny. And maybe my family's always like had potty humor and stuff. So I don't know. It's funny. So he's like standing there at the kitchen table with half his butt sticking out. I'm just dying laughing. Oh, it's so good. Kids are hilarious. Except when they poop in their underwear. That's not hilarious. But I know we all go through it. See you later, Etienne. Have a happy birthday. All right, so there's four. First four. Yay. Four more. Oh. Yes, Caleb, I see your comment about like being on the snow belt. Yes. You know, like we normally have snow at this point. It's so weird. It's just so weird to see our climate changing so much. It's weird. Solid on number 2. I love it. Pun totally intended, Erica. Hilarious. But 90% on 1. Man, but see, at least, you know, I don't know. I don't understand. Like, don't you think that you would want to figure out how to potty train number 2 so that it's not so uncomfortable all the time? It makes no sense. I don't know if it's a boy thing. I don't know. He's definitely not as easy to potty train as Izzy was. She was much easier. I feel like it took us like 1 week and she's done. Jonah's going to be like 2 months. But we'll get there, right? We'll get there. Fantastic books. Okay, so far you can only think of fantastic books and where to find them. Where the wild books are. Love it. Didn't you hate having an NP on your chats? No, not at all. I don't hate it at all, Risa. Yes. I will say, like, last note on the potty stuff, and then I'll leave it alone because I'm sure that's not what you guys care to hear about. But the last thing I will say about it is that it is almost like he just doesn't even, like he doesn't know the signals. Like he's finally learned the signals for what it's like to go number 1, but he has like no concept of the signals for number 2. So he just needs to figure out that, and then I think we'll be good. I think that's mostly his issue right now. All right, last one of these. Boys just didn't seem to care, right? There's that too. Okay, so we've got all the pieces of the pie. So now it's assembly time. So I'm going to grab all these pie pieces and we're just going to adhere them down. Now the rest of this is easy. So, and it's possible I'll have to trim like a tiny bit, but that's okay. We got that one. This movie was really good. A Boy Called Christmas, that's on Netflix right now. It was really good. Okay. So it's not actually, Mallory, I see your comment. It's not, but it totally could have been. It totally could have been that. This one is just because it's going to be in this spinner thing. I wanted it to have lots of different photos in it. But this would totally work for a spinner page too. Okay, so we've got that. So then on the back side, it's like a little bit too far out. So I'm just going to trim around the edge. Which is no big deal. I'd rather it be too big than too small. Oop. Okay, so there's side one. We'll do side two. Oh, I can still kind of see the lines. That's nice. Oh, you're still there. I'm gonna get my head in here because it's really, actually maybe I could do it this way. It's really hard to see. Where you go. I think it's like that. We'll find out. This movie was also really cute, this Love Hard, which had, oh, what's her name? Is her name Natalie, who played who was in Vampire Diaries. She was Katerina and Catherine, you know, from Vampire Diaries. I haven't seen her in anything in since then. So it was really good. I enjoyed it. And this one also, that was A Castle for Christmas. I also really liked. And that one, if you didn't know, if you didn't hear me before, I forget when I talked about it before, but the main male character in that movie is Wesley from Princess Bride. So it's fun to see him in a movie too. Okay, so trim off the edge again. And then I've got this circle part done. For something like this, you totally could add words in there, so I considered that. So that when it spins, that it could be a photo or it could be a, you know, journaling, but I decided I just wanted to make it all photos. I do have my whatever this thing is called, my poking tool. So I'm going to poke back in the middle of this just to be sure that it's good. So like that goes over just a tiny bit, the hole. So I'm just going to trim it off just a tiniest bit so that it doesn't interfere. There, that should be good. Okay, so that gives me the inside part. Next, what I want to do is I'm going to I think I'm going to just draw on here on the back of my photo because I want the slit to cut on the photo as well. I know in the original design, she just left the she left this in here so that you could only see on the front side, but I wanted to be able to see on both. So that did not work. Okay, so let's try that again differently. This might work better. So basically, I just want this shape to be right. Okay, so that is my Slick Writer pen, which works because it is, it's a glossy surface. Okay, so now I'm just going to trim out the triangle here. Let's make sure that's good. It's good enough for me. Okay, so now let's assemble this thing together. So we're going to get the star. I'm going to poke it back through this middle hole, and then I'm going to poke that through the center of my circle. And then we're going to set the pokers so that it just spins on the inside. So I don't need that to go to the outside. It's fine to just stay. Okay, so then we don't want to add adhesive too close to the circle so that it will rotate. I'm gonna get my score tape out. And we're gonna start, let's start maybe underneath here. And I think I'll do one. So I'm gonna leave a little gap where the circle is. And I just wanna make sure to close in that part. That part. Okay, so we're gonna come over here. Okay. Do the full bottom. And then side edge here. And then same thing up here where I'm going to go kind of right above with a tiny bit of a gap between the circle. Okay, so now I can stick this onto the tag shape. So I'm just going to take all this paper off. Let's see here. So, Risa, I see your question. So basically what I did for the card thing is the person who you sent your card to is the person who will send a card to you. So it's kind of like, it's just easier to do it that way. To just like partner you up. So you basically have like a card swap partner. I hope that makes sense. I still have to send mine. I'm the worst. Mag, you know that I have you. and I'm the worst. But I promise it is going to come. The reason I haven't sent it yet is because I'm going to order like family cards, like with pictures on them and stuff. And I was going to stick that in with it. And I just haven't even ordered that yet. But I'm the worst. So I'm putting that out there. But it will come. It will come. And it will be full of goodies. So I'm sorry for being the worst. Yes, Haley, it's good. Watch it. Netflix put out, yes, A Night for Christmas. And I actually have that one documented for the year when they released it. It was so cute. I really liked that movie. Okay, so there. Now we've got like my Christmas stuff. And then this turns, right? So we can see movies on the back and we've got movies on the front. Very nice. Okay, so then I can just trim these pieces right on off. There's that. Okay. Oh, and Mag, I also saw that you you asked a question about the text. I cut this first and then I like designed it in Photoshop so that it would print not where I cut it. Because I wasn't really thinking ahead when I did that part. So you could totally leave the tag intact and print it and then, you know, cut your triangle into it. Or, I mean, it did work. It really did work to just go ahead and trim it out and then print it on there. All right, so let's cut the holes. We're getting there. We're almost done with it. When I originally cut the holes, I cut them a little too close to the edge. So I made that mistake, but it doesn't matter. Okay, so we've got that. I'm going to put number 17 on the bottom. Come on now. If I can. Eventually. There it goes. This little wooden number is an older color cast number. Color cast design. It's from last year. And so that's going to go down here for the number 17. And then I've got the title piece that will go up at the top. Okay. Put that there. Whoop. Okay, and then I've got this little strip of red velvet trim, which I think I'm gonna actually tie like a loop on it. So I'm gonna go front to back. That way the loop is at the front. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Boom, bada bing. And trim that off, and then I just need to get my album, bring it over here. That turned out really, really cute. I really like that. you know, and then you can just turn. I love it. And then on the back, you can still turn and see more. That's so cute. Okay, that turned out really good. All right, so put some of this stuff away. Get my album. I can read you the journaling. That didn't take me nearly as long as I thought it was going to. That's also nice, you know. I thought this is gonna be a bit more complicated, but not so much. Okay. Album. All right. So, all right, so this one is going right in here, like that. And it's really, I really like it. Okay, so we can read it. Shelf Indulgence. Haley, that's a hilarious name. Shelf Indulgence. Yeah, I love a good pun too. Okay, so Hallmark movies. Here we go. My journaling says Hallmark/romantic Christmas movies, which I had to put that in there because technically none of these are Netflix. So Hallmark/romantic Christmas movies are a definite must for me during the holiday season. Aaron always gives me such a hard time for how much I enjoy watching these corny and always predictable flicks, but I really do love them. I love how they always include the same types of activities: ice skating, snowman building, choosing a real tree, baking cookies, and all the things. I love that there is always some super dramatic plot twist that results in a close call with catastrophe each time, but that love always wins out in the end and the happy couple finds their way to each other no matter what. I know real life does not look like this, and we don't have time to do all the romantic date nights or participate in the warm and cozy winter activities, but I do love the invitation to look for ways to go out of our way to spend time with the people that we love, to make true moments of magic for each other, to connect with one another, and to never stop falling in love. Really, Hallmark romantic Christmas movies will always, always have my heart. And that is my story. There we go. Number 17 is in the books. So next week, we're going to be working on the gingerbread house, the present peeking or no peeking, a story about my grandma, cookies that we're going to bake up this weekend. Yay. And I don't remember what else goes here. What's 22? I don't remember what story 22 is, but whatever 22 is, we're going to do that one too. So that should be fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this in this fun little tag spinner doohickey thing, and enjoyed, hearing all about my potty training experiences. It's great over here. Anyway, I am so thankful to all of you for coming and hanging out. And also, if you guys do think of book club names, do let me know, unless we decide that Shelf Indulgence is just the way we want to go. But yeah, let me know. Let me know if there's any kind of cool names. Paper, scissors, and books. Ooh, I love that. Yeah, kind of like rock, paper, scissors. Interesting. Yes, cool. I had so much fun with you guys today. I will see you tomorrow with a bunch of presents to wrap. So see you guys tomorrow morning. And until then, have a great rest of your night. Also, we're going to go see Spider-Man tonight. So yay. And I won't give any spoilers away tomorrow when we talk again. I promise. All right, friends, have a great night. See you later. Bye.